Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2099, and okay, so I'll confess, I'm not into these Spider-Man movies. I'm not into the whole Spider-Verse thing. I think it's just such a contrived thing that it's not very interesting to me. I'd like the spider designs mostly, and that's about it. And I know a lot of you guys are into it though, so I wanted to review these, but I have to ask you right off the bat, he's a bad guy in this movie, right? But he's not, like, Spider-Man 2099 isn't normally a bad guy. How did they make him into a bad guy? Well, I don't get that. Or is he like an anti-hero? Like, he's not actually a bad guy, he's just trying to stop the Spider-Verse thing from versing? I don't know. Let me know. Okay, so this one looked like it might be the best one of the bunch, at least the ones that I'm looking at, and I think I might have been right about that. I'm only looking at these three plus Peter Parker. I'm not going to get the other ones, because the line is just too bad. But this one might be okay, so let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, so before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Same packaging for all of them except for this right here, so it's fine. It gives us a little bit of an example of what he's supposed to look like there, and even though Hasbro tried to do the stylization thing, they really missed the mark. But it's not terrible, like, it's not right, but it's okay. So there he is, and there's the other ones. I hear this one's good maybe, or this one, I don't know, one of these two was good, people told me. I'm only reviewing these though, because that's it. Okay, so let's look at this guy here. Let's see here. He stands 17 and a half, just over 17 and a half centimeters. That's going to make him about 7 inches. Here he is up against good old Peter, and based on what I've seen, that seems right, but you guys can let me know if he should be different. So yeah, he is very stylized here, but the interesting thing is he's not as stylized as he should be. He's hulkier at the top half and still pretty muscular at the bottom half, but definitely has that very V-shaped thing from all of the images I've seen, including the packaging. So the interesting thing is that he's actually a lot closer to what most of the comic book figures should just freaking look like all the time. Like, yeah, he's definitely a little bit exaggerated, but tell me this isn't, like, infinitely better looking than all the dopey figures Hasbro releases on a regular basis. Do I have one handy? Do I have a dope handy? I don't have any dopes out right now. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't have any handy. Oh well, that's okay. I don't like to keep them around too much. Anyway, it's got a very nice V shape and it's a very dynamic looking figure, so even though it might not be perfectly accurate, it might be good enough. It might be good enough. It might look pretty cool on your shelf. So let's see if they actually did a good job. If you do end up wanting to get this guy, I'll put a link in the description below for you to pick one up. The paint job, first of all, it's all sculpted, so that's really nice. The paint job is not the best paint job we've ever seen, not by a mile, but it's not terrible. It's certainly passable. I mean, there's no detail work, there's no shading, there's nothing other than what is absolutely necessary, but it's not the worst thing they've ever done. I think you could easily make this work. Like, some of the details are pretty nice, like on the hands or down here on the legs. It's not the worst thing. Even the little red lines on the feet are fairly clean, especially compared to Miles, whose were not even close. Unless his are supposed to be fuzzy, in which case I take everything I said back about his feet. But it's not the worst thing, and the sculpt is decent, so far I'm okay with it. It's not anywhere near worth the money, of course, but so far it's not looking too bad. So aesthetically speaking, I'll give him a 7. It's fine. It's not good, but it is fine. Now, as far as the accessories go, you get the 2 fist hands, the 2 open hands. Shouldn't he have, like, the pointy finger thing going on? Like the larger, kind of like claw-shaped hands? I thought he did, but maybe not. So you get those. You do get the unmasked head and the masked head. It's a pretty good head sculpt and decent enough paint job. I think that would be okay for most people. The hair is done nicely. So 5 out of 10 for accessories, but it should be more. It should be more, but he doesn't have more. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the articulation. There's some good news here, and that is they use ball pegs for the mech. Now the bad news is they don't work really at all. Like, that's it. And then leaning, yeah, Hasbro just Hasbros. They Hasbro so hard. They're the best at Hasbroing for sure. Although I think maybe McFarlane Toys might be better at Hasbroing. They just don't do it as often. It's hard to say. But yeah, the ball pegs are so poorly handled that they're almost useless. I can't even see where the peg goes in there. It's so far down. What the heck? It doesn't do anything. You goofs, stop doing that. So the neck is kind of bad. Shoulders are pretty much standard. Let's see. Yeah, not even to horizontal though, so that sucks. Your bicep swivel, that's fine. Double jointed elbow, that's fine. Wrist swivel and hinge, that's okay. This guy, is this guy connected? I think he's glued on. The wrist thing seems to be glued on. For the ab crunch on this guy, let's see. Leans back a little bit. It's fine because it doesn't really do much. I still don't understand why they facet this down here. It's such a bad design choice. Stop putting facets on there. It's weird. Leaning forward, he has decent range. It's not the worst ab crunch, but it's not anything special, and you just get a waist twist. For the hips, no drop down. So he just comes to almost horizontal. It's not bad. It's okay. Going back, no real range. Going out to the side, he's the best one so far, so that's pretty good. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee works pretty well. It's not the best thing we've ever seen, but it's okay. And then for the ankle, it goes all the way back and all the way forward. That's good. Ankle rocker is good. By the way, that's what superhero feet look like, Hasbro. Do I have any examples here? Gosh, I don't ever have the examples I need. I'd really like a Vulcan figure right about now. He's not wearing Crocs, is basically what I'm getting at. He's got superhero-shaped feet. Yeah, maybe they're a little bit flat, but I'll take that over the big goofy Crocs any day of the week. Make the superhero feet look like superhero feet, Hasbro. Goofs. Alright, so his articulation is completely average to not impressive, so I'll give him a 6. Okay, so time for the final verdict. It's maybe the best one of the 3 that I've reviewed so far, but still incredibly unimpressive. There's like nothing special about this guy other than he's got a brand new sculpt, which shouldn't be that hard to come by, and it's sculpted well enough. Paints are absolutely minimally acceptable. Accessories, same thing. So I'll give this guy a 6 out of 10. Overall rating, 6 out of 10. Completely unimpressive, but he does have that certain shape to him that might make him interesting enough for you to want to own. So you can consider that, but I mean, consider anything you want. I'm giving you as much information as I can. I'm telling you, I wouldn't buy it for my collection. I bought it to review, and then he's going to get sold off, I guess. So it's not good enough. But in a lot of ways, it's better than most Marvel Legends. Like, if you look at where the shoulder is relative to the neck, that's a good thing. If you look at the chest, it actually has some meat front to back. That's a good thing. It took them to try to do an incredibly stylized figure, to fall short of that, to land somewhere closer to what most Marvel Legends should look like. So, at least that's interesting. But that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos every single day, and I do have thousands of videos already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.